Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you guys? What's the latest? What's happening with you guys? What have you guys done over the 1 week? You guys have been good, alhamdulillah. Weather's been very good, as you guys have probably experienced it here in England. It's gone a bit bad now, it's gone a bit cold, but alhamdulillah, this is a ni'mat from Allah Ta'ala, changing of the weathers. And I just hope the weather stays good and doesn't get too hot in Ramadan. I mean, I don't know how you guys bear with the weather in Ramadan, but if it gets too hot, then it gets a bit difficult. People get a bit moody and grumpy, so we don't want any of that. So make dua for nice weather in Ramadan, inshallah. Okay, another thing. Today my car survived a car accident. Yeah, so where I normally park it outside the house. Parked it there last night, and I parked it back, and then what happened was, in the morning when I woke up, the car in front of me had been smashed. Yeah, so some crazy person had come, and I don't know what they were doing, drunk or whatever, smashed into that car, and that car, it pushed that car, and my car was behind and that was in front, so it hit the car in front, pushed it, and it just about moved my car. So lucky guys, with your du'as, my car was saved, alhamdulillah. So I'm going to have to give some sadaqah, some charity, inshallah. Charity is a good thing to do. When you give charity, Allah saves you from calamities and saves harms and saves so many things. So get used to giving charity, inshallah. And besides that, I also have been a bit busy with the last week of teaching. So today we just broke up for Ramadan. We're going to have Ramadan off, inshallah. Well, I'm going to be busy with my own work, but students are going to have it off. And talks, I've got some talks lined up as well. So this is usually what happens in Ramadan, talks, and I've got to do some talks for NZF as well, National Zakat Foundation, and answer some calls. So if you're on the lines, maybe I'll answer your call, or maybe someone else will, who knows. Okay, some of you guys have been asking, well, someone's been asking me about people who, students, are there any students who suffer depression, and how do they cope? This is a difficult thing. Yeah?
So what should I do with the glass?
Get it, you put it into a bag,
Okay.
and then you can put it into the bin.
Okay.
Yeah. So put it into some sort of bag or something, and put it into a bin. But make sure all the small pieces, you hoover them up. Yeah, that was just some glass broke. Yeah, one of the students, they had put the glass a bit awkwardly on the cupboard. So sometimes when you open the cupboard, it just falls. So alhamdulillah, nothing happened to him, but the glass broke, and he's saved. So he's asking me how to dispose of it. I mean, I don't know how you dispose of these things. What do? Do you just throw in the bin? I just throw in the bin normally, glass, and hopefully, inshallah, no one gets injured from that. So yeah, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, so Ramadan is a time where talks and you get busy in these kind of things. So anyway, a question here, skip my mind. Students who have suffered depression or suffer anxiety, how do you deal with them? The honest truth, if you want me to tell the truth is there have been a lot of students that have come and they've had anxiety or had depression, and they haven't really told me, or they haven't told other teachers where I teach. And what happens is, it's a bit sad because sometimes you don't want them to leave, and then they leave, and then you find out later on that they were suffering from these problems. My advice would be to students who are suffering these kind of problems, they need to reach out to their teachers. At least inform your teachers. Teachers might not know how to react. Some of the teachers, they probably don't have training in this, and they don't know how to deal with it. So that's a natural thing you have to understand as well. So reach out to the teachers, explain to them. Usually if I get to know, a student tells me about something, I can go and tell the other teachers, so other teachers can show a bit of dispensation, you can say, give the student a bit of concession in work. So sometimes you just got to be like that. I don't know, if you guys are teachers, what do you guys do? How do you guys deal with this? So that's the first thing. So if you guys are teachers and you have students who are in that similar position, in the comments put it down. Or if you're someone who does suffer from depression or anxiety or problem like that, mental sort of problems, put in the comments, how do you deal with it? or do you deal with it, or do you not deal with it, or you just stay silent and just let things happen? Because I think it is becoming something that people are becoming more aware of, and it's important for places to be able to have the right training and right mindset to deal with this. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys not agree with me? Inshallah, you do agree with me. So that's one thing. And the other thing is, we have had some students in the past who have had issues. Some of them have got through courses, alhamdulillah. Some of them are unable to go forward. It's a bit difficult. And I think the problem is because they want to study, they want to do the whole thing, but at the same time, what they're suffering is dragging them back. They don't get motivation to read, or they don't get motivation to study properly. And so they kind of find it difficult. What do? Because if they go to class and they haven't prepared, then they're going to get in trouble, or they might not even benefit from the lessons properly. And if they prepare, then that's difficult to prepare for. So this is why sometimes my advice to students who are like that is, look, if you really think you're not going to benefit, just become a silent student. So sometimes you give an option to students of just being silent students, and all they do is do the whole course, but the teacher doesn't really test them or things like that, because it kind of lets them work at their own pace. So that's another option with students. And where I was studying in Pakistan in Brunei Town, there were like loads of students in the class sometimes who were silent students. They wouldn't get a certificate at the end, but they would have done the whole thing basically. And you have to understand, it's difficult for an institute who's supposed to have a high level of academic qualification to allow people to graduate who are not competent in that science. So if they haven't put the effort in and they don't qualify, you can't qualify them. They can't be called qualified students. So that has to be understood as well. So this is why it's like a catch-22 situation here. So if you qualify them and they're not really up to scratch, it's kind of deceiving the public as well. It's like a medical student, just qualifying them for the sake of it, and then giving them a license to be able to practice their medicine. And at the same time, that student's trying their hardest they can, but because of the problem that they have, it's kind of impeding on being like the other students or what's expected of them. So I don't know. I just thought I'd mention that to you guys. See what your feedback is, what your thoughts are. Put them in the comments. I appreciate your thoughts. Trust me. Your comments, if you don't want to put it in the YouTube comments, put it in the Curious Cat comments, and I read them, alhamdulillah. I might not answer all of the Curious Cat ones, but I do read them. Yeah. So you can put it in there, inshallah, if you want. There's some people out there at the moment trying to help them as well. They're going through issues or going through depression. I mean, I wish I had some training in this field so I could help more, but thing is, it's just I've got a lot on my plate as well. But besides that, Ramadan's coming up, just a few days left. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Ramadan's going to start on a Tuesday, or do you guys think it's going to start on a Wednesday, or when do you guys think it's going to start? When do you guys want it to start? What would be ideal for you guys? The timings as well. This year the timings are a bit easier, aren't they? Yeah, Maghrib is like Maghrib at the moment is about 9ish. So if that stays like that, inshallah it'll be quite easy, or relatively easy compared to the previous years. Right, so any questions, guys? Anybody want to mention anything? No? As you can see, my table behind me there, my desk. It's my desk there. It's a bit rough today. So, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend or week as well. And I'll try to come on more in Ramadan, inshallah. Otherwise, remember your du'as as usual. I've got badminton today. Today's the last match of badminton, and then after Ramadan we're going to continue. So make dua for my badminton as well, guys. My wrist, yeah. So two other things I want to mention. My arm, alhamdulillah, is getting better with your du'as. So those of you guys have been asking, how do I cure it? I don't really know how to cure it. Yeah, I think it's just time. You gotta let time heal it. So a bit of time every day, kind of move your wrists, move your elbows. I don't know. That's what I do. Besides that, I've got a lot of dandruff in my beard. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys got beards. Right, you can see at the moment it's okay, yeah? But I've got a lot of dandruff sometimes in my hair, in my beard. So I've always been trying to look for a cure for this. Have you guys had the same issue? So I went online, I went on YouTube, I googled it, I checked out people's reviews, I checked on the forums to see what people say. Most likely what I have is some sort of fungal sort of, I don't know, infection people have on their scalp, on their skin. Yeah, and so a lot of people have mentioned some sort of home remedies, which I prefer than, you know, these kind of Head and Shoulders and things. It doesn't work for me, Head and Shoulders. And I got this other stuff I bought from the shop. It's called Nizoral. Yeah, I'll use that. Yeah, when I have a shower. So I found this other thing, guys. Yeah, Listerine. You wouldn't believe it. Listerine, you know, the mouthwash you use to clean your mouth. So this Listerine, basically, you add it to a bit of water. Yeah, you know, quarter Listerine, 3/4 water, and you put it in a spray bottle, and you spray into the skin. Spray into the skin, and do it 3 or 4 times, and alhamdulillah, the itching stops. Yeah, itching stops, goes away. It's gone away for me, mashallah. So if you guys have that, try it out. Get the Listerine, but you have to get the Listerine, you know, the original one, the golden color one, the yellow color, right? If you know what I'm talking about. So get that Listerine, the yellow color one, and try that. And I've done it, alhamdulillah, and got good results with mine. So so you tell me, I don't know, does it work for everyone? Is it something which just works for me, people like me, or does it work for you guys as well? Jazakallah khair, guys. Have a nice time. Remember your du'as.